Hey everyone, this is Chris Petracchi from Aki Visual Art, and today we're going to deal with one of the most difficult points of view to draw, the head. Difficult camera angle is a low camera angle looking up in an extreme fashion on the head. So you can see maybe that there's a lot going on here, so let's jump in. When we look at the head from this angle, we see a lot of things that we're not accustomed to seeing. We can see the features, but they're highly tangential in this extreme foreshortening. And let's point out a few things about this. One is that you can see maybe a little bit of forehead and then a lot of features. A little bit of forehead compared to a lot of room for where the features are. So it's maybe 30% forehead and 70% the rest of the features. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing is this area right here. We've got the chin, we've got the jaw, we have the top of the neck, and it's just wonky. It's just a mess right there. And we're not used to that. So if we're drawing a head and we got the basic eyes, nose, we got a mouth here, and then what do we do down here? We do this, go this way, or do we just go down that way and stick a neck on it? What is going on? We got some problems to solve here, right? So let's do that. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? It's a mess. No. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a couple strategies here to deal with this effectively. So let's look at strategy number one. We can do a simple sphere, all right? And if we draw over it with cross contours, we can get you to believe that we're looking up on something from a low camera angle looking up, and we can stick a neck on that and, try to figure it out. Just going to knock that back just a little bit. Come on, let's be knocked back. Here we are. Just knock it back a little bit. And then we've got to put the eyes. All right, we got eyes. We got a nose. We got some kind of forehead. There's a nose, like a prism. And then we've got the tooth cylinder, and we have a chin. And it goes back somewhere back there, and we can stick an ear on there. And it's okay. It can kind of work in a pinch. And then when we get some connections, but our connections aren't that good because we don't know exactly where the chin is ending and where that neck stops. So it's the bottom of the chin and the top of the neck, and we just, it could be just a mess. It's not bad, but it could be better. And just put it out of the way here. So that was number one, was basically the oval. Okay, another possibility to solve this problem of the head in an extreme angle is the cylinder. So let's try that. And if I draw a few cross contours, I can get us to where we're looking up at the head. I can give myself a center line and then start to put the eyes on, but I run into a problem. How far over is the eyebrow, the corner of the eyebrow? I don't know. So I gotta wing it. We got the other eye. We start to sculpt out the brow ridge, cheek. Okay. Sculpt out a nose here, just keeping it real simple. Like a prism. Real geometric. We got the tooth cylinder into the chin. Of great. But this whole side of the face right here on the left side, I have no idea where the front of the face is and where the side of the head is, where that plane change occurs. Front of the face on the cheek, side plane to the side of the head, I don't know, so it's wonky. If I can't find that, maybe it's over here, maybe it's up here, I don't know. And furthermore, where am I going to put the ear? Maybe if I can't find where the corner of the brow is, where's the ear going to go? Is it going to go here? Is it going to go here? How high? How low? We got problems. But basically, I would just try to kind of guess my way into it. Drawing a guideline here. And from the eyebrow, try to fit that ear somewhere in there. And I can complete the jaw. I can pull the neck off. Pull the neck. Sternocleidomastoid. And so on. So that's another possible solution is the cylinder. So let's put that off to the side along with the oval. So we got two strategies here. The cylinder, right, or tube, and we've got the ball or oval, okay? So we're just getting started. We've got more. All right, so now we come to a really good solution to show the head in an extreme upshot, and that is the box. Every head has a front, two sides, a top, and a bottom. And the box has exactly that. If I can show off the box, my head will look convincing in 3D space, especially one that is so extreme as looking up. So we need to know a little bit about perspective, but not a lot. So I have a horizon line, and I have a vanishing point on the left and a vanishing point on the right. The horizon line is your line of sight or your eye line, your station point, when you're looking straight out. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a box, and parallel lines will all go to the same vanishing point. Let's see, we'll see less of the side and more of the front, let's say, of the box. So this will go over here, that's going to go over there. Okay, and as long as I respect my vanishing points, it should be really helpful. And then I can kind of stick an idea of a neck on here, but I'm not sure exactly where yet, so let's just hold on to that. So basically I just divide that box in half vertically and in half horizontally, and we're going to see less forehead, right, and more of the features. So what I like to do is just kind of give a sense of where that curved line is of the brow. That's going to give me a new center line. And then we're going to have the nose somewhere here. And so I'm just going to go ahead and pull a nice prism out from there. I'm going to curve my lines so they look a little more anatomically correct. And then off of one of the nostrils, I'll just put a little sense of the nostril in, and I'll pull the two cylinder or barrel of the mouth right off there, and then leaving lots of room for the chin box expression. Okay, so that I think is okay. I'm going to cut in here for the brow that becomes a bottom shelf, so to speak, and then we've got the cheek. Okay, and I'll respect my vanishing points to find the other cheek on this side. And I'm going to have to modify the box a little bit as we go. So if the brow is here, I'm going to draw a guideline straight to the corner and then go to the vanishing point. That's why the box is so great, because it just shows that dimension so clearly. You know, the box has that inside corner there, so it not only shows the volume in space, but it shows its direction in space really well. Okay, so I describe the form and show its direction in space with that inside corner. It's awesome. And then the nose, drawing guidelines on the front and to the side, and I can put my ear somewhere in there. And so that's going to be good stuff. My cheek will be somewhere around here, and so I'm just going to come with a nice, if that ear is indeed at that back half of the head, then I can swing a nice C curve for that cheek all the way down. It's like a nice S curve actually, all the way down to around the chin. So that's good stuff. And I can get a sense of where that jaw is. And then I'm gonna go ahead and find the bottom of the chin, and then just go back to the jaw and then to the ear. All right, so we're getting that together here. And once we find the bottom of the chin, we can construct the sense of where the neck will be. So I'm just going to do a nice C curve right here. And then that's going to be rib cage. We just have a couple of cross contours showing a tube-like structure, and the neck is a tube-like structure too, so I'm going to draw my cross contours accordingly to show that we're looking up with some partial ellipses there. And then I'm going to give myself that underside of the box that we need so much to tell us where the connection is from the nuchal line there, the nuchal ridge, to the to where the neck is. We need that connection, and there it is. And I'll just throw it into a bit of shadow so you can see it there. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and construct that sense of where the eye socket is and where the eyebrow would be. Got the glabella here into the front of the forehead. Wing of the nose. And then I can go ahead and build the eye socket. So I've got the top part of that inside brow ridge, which is also making a housing for the eyeball. So I can come in here and just go ahead and construct where the eyeball is going to be. And I'll bring that into the tear duct. So the tear duct will be just right in there. And I'll bring that straight line for the lower lid. And it'll overlap the upper lid. This will be in a bit of shadow. And then the under part of the eye socket, and then out to the side plane. We'll do the same thing over here. We're going to build that eye socket or we built the eye socket, now we're going to put the eyeball in. Somewhere in there, glabella coming out, eyebrow kind of fitting into that, and then going over the top. So the eyebrow, there's a side plane of the nose and then the eyebrow. Starting on the bottom and then pulling out over the top. So here we are. I'll put a little sense of the nostril. Okay, and then we can put the mouth in there, which will be a front plane, and then bend curves around the ball or the barrel of the mouth. And then we've got the mascular node there. So our construction's valid. Just keep going here. This nostril will go behind. So now the nostril is being overlapped by that upper lip. And then the lower lip comes out and overlaps the upper lip. And then bends back. And then the chin overlaps that. Now we've got clear, much more clear depth and space by using the overlaps. The overlaps are so effective in doing that, and so is the structure of the box. And it's just working wonders for us. I'm going to take that lip and just show a lot of that upper lip and not much of the lower lip. Lower lip will come out, overlapping the upper lip, and then just be kind of a straight line, just like that. We don't need to see its full, the fullness of that lower lip. We need to see the fullness more of that upper lip. Okay. So let's see. And for the chin, we can go this way. If it's a female, make an egg shape and keep the corners round. If it's a male, I can get real boxy with it. And I'm going to we can go two ways. We can go this way, or we can play it this way. And I think I'm going to play it like that this time. Okay. So the more clear overlaps we have, the better. So let's just exaggerate that. Let's really make that come out. That lower lip from the upper lip, and then come back in. And then the chin comes out. See how that works? I'll throw a tone in here so you can see separation between the upper and lower lip. Okay, not bad. And what else? So we've got to just put a sense of where the ear is. So put a very thin thickness on top where the helix is, and then where the cartilage is, I'll just make it real thick. So it looks like, it appears like the bottom third of the ear is a lot closer in this extreme angle than the upper part of the ear. Okay, and then neck coming out. I'm going to go ahead and connect that jaw to the top of the neck now. So let's do that. We need to clarify that ambiguous part. So we've got the trachea, or the throat, there, and then it almost goes directly right back up to the ear. There's a hyoid bone, myohyaloid, and the digastric plane in there. But it's basically this. This is the throat. And it has a side plane. Connecting to the pit of the neck here. And then we've got the, right next to that is the sternocleidomastoid, connecting the mastoid to the sternal notch. And that's just basically a rope-like triangular shape muscle. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fill out now, modify this box and round out the corners so that it looks a lot more human. And when you do that, yeah, all those problems that were bugging you start to really go away. You start to feel comfortable, like, yeah, this really, that one step there, it takes it from looking real geometric and hard-edged to human. So I'm just going to go ahead and take off some of this hard edges here, erase some of these guidelines so that you don't know how I did it. You gotta sell the illusion, trick the people, right? Take this one down a little bit. Take that off a little bit too. So this, I'm just going to go ahead and go back this way. And then curve this top of the cheek on the side plane of the head. This is going over, drawing through everything, around, over. Let's just put this, connect this nose here, glabella. And this is always a challenge, always a challenge. But if you can handle the box, you got to be able to handle the box. And if you can think your way through all of these problems just by using simple primitive shapes. All right, so I'm just going to clarify these thoughts here a little bit. Inside of the eyebrow coming out into that superciliary arch, overlapping the frontalis, which is right here, that front part of the forehead. I'll just put that on there so you can see the overlaps. The overlaps are key in this to selling the illusion. And then I'm just going to go ahead and modify a little bit more. Okay, let's check it by flipping it. Just see, it looks a little like we could take off a little of that forehead. Sometimes those more straight lines, although they feel counterintuitive, again, they just somehow they work and make the drawing have that veracity, and it's convincing in its orientation in space. All right, so the rest of this is going to be just cleanup, so I'm just going to let the video run. I'm going to speed it up a little bit and you can just watch the rest. I hope you enjoyed these solutions to drawing the head in an extreme low camera angle looking up. We had 3 solutions: the ball, box, and tube. The best one may be the box for me. All right, hope you subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments box what you'd like to see next, and follow me on Instagram at Chris Petracchi. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.